Hey all, I'm going to do a little review of this. I haven't actually used it yet, but I just finished building it and I'm sure it's going to work really well. It's just an antenna switch, so it's not that big a deal. This is a kit. You get to build it, and it's awesome. I'm pretty sure the builder is OCD because everything is so absolutely perfect and well thought out. Some places it's good to be that, and he is definitely that. You can find it at his kits. I'll put a link in the comments, and he's a great guy. I've messaged him a few times too. Okay, on to what it's all about here. I left the boxes open so you could see inside, which is a lot more fun anyway. Building this was a joy. It took an afternoon, and there's more than just one board. There's that one, there's this one, and then there's the thing that goes outside or wherever you want the antennas to be plugged into. So I mean, it's 190 bucks right now, and the manual for building it is just like Heathkit manual. So those of you who remember Heathkit manuals, you got check boxes, you got full descriptions of what to do, and you know, Warren, it went together beautifully. I only screwed up in one place. I put the LEDs a little too close to too close, but I can still see them. If I'd mounted them where he said, they'd stick out the holes more. But yeah, I can always fix that. My mistake though. So building the main board was pretty easy. There's an attachment here to put a USB thing in, but he wasn't going to have any more of those because of the COVID thing until May. And at that point, I will put that in because I want to be able to control it remotely, which is kind of nice. As it is, you can hook it up through this port to Elecraft or ICOM and Kenwood through some converters. And basically, you can make it so you can teach it. If I'm on 40 meters, do this antenna. If I'm on 80 meters, do this antenna. So then when you switch to the different bands, it'll automatically switch you to the antennas that you want to use. So if you're using it remote, basically if you can remote control the radio, the switch will remote for you if you've got certain antennas, so you don't have to actually switch them. And that's what I'm going to try and do because I think it'll work fine. So this was really pretty cool. He's not using an Arduino, he's using a PIC or something, whatever that is, but it's programmed. And opto isolators and everything's there. He did not skimp. Everything was the highest quality parts that I could think of, and really well put together. By the way, he bends his own metal for boxes and does his own silk screening. So if you want to buy American, this is it. It doesn't get any more complete than that. So this is the main box. Of course, it's got power, and it's got a little control line, which is just a two-line thing, with a coaxial plug on it that goes to a remote box. So that way you don't have coax connectors or things like that coming to here. I mean, it's a remote, so that's normal, but you're not even going to have any coax going here. It goes to this box, so it can be back under the desk or behind the gear, and it's really simple. Coax in, coax out, and the control line. Then I have a little short piece of coax here going to this. Now this is built like a rock. The box itself is cast, okay, so it's not going to be leaking. The inside here has the grommet on the inside, so it's not going to leak. So it's waterproof. It's really good. And heavy duty relays. This can take 1500 watts. So and I will be testing it with that. I've got a Drake L4B that I'll be using. It's the highest power thing I have, so it'll be pushing this, and up to 4. He's got an 8 one too. If you're one of those with all kinds of antennas, you can switch to 8 different ones with that one. It's basically built the same, only a little bit bigger, of course. But like I said, the parts are phenomenal. He did not skimp on anything at all. I don't think he could have gotten better parts anywhere. And there's one little adjustment here to some sort of a balance thing that you balance the voltage on it. I think it's part of the sensor system. But that was a piece of cake. It was pretty much pretty close anyway. Now you can set this up manual, so you click what you want, or if you put it on automatic and you haven't programmed it yet, told it that right now if I had it hooked to the radio, I would put it on 40 meters and I would push the one that I want to be 40 meters. It says, okay, that programs that one for that. Then I change bands to whatever and push the next one. I believe that's how it works. And at that point, it's programmed and it'll automatically switch for you. The little transmit LED there, it comes on when you're transmitting. When you're transmitting, it won't let you switch antennas, so it protects itself. It's pretty obvious, or pretty complete. Now I've had the Ameritron switch before, and I'm telling you, it was like $250. I can't find it. That's the weird part. I don't even know where it went. But this is far and above a better build than the Ameritron. And it's so much better, well thought through. There is software, by the way, that it comes with, that if you hook it up to the USB plug, which I don't have yet, you can control the whole thing from a PC, which is also a nice, if you're going to do it remote, you can do it that way too. And I believe I read that remotehams.com, they've integrated this into their system. So you can, if you're using that for remote control, you can use that. I'm about ready to put all these things in the boxes that they belong in. And as soon as I do that, it'll be complete and ready for me to use. I'm actually going to use it at a different QTH. So I won't be actually using it for probably another month or two. I mean, I'm impressed. It went together so well. I turned it on and it just works, which is pretty good. I've built a lot of Heath kits in the past, in my youth, and I build all the kits that I can, QRP kits and things. I love doing that. Not enough stuff comes in kit form anymore because there's so much surface mount. But I'm loving this. You know, each one of these, underneath it has the value. So when I was putting these in and they were all the same, I could not only see, which, R5, R7, whatever, but underneath in the square, it had the value. So I could like double check it as I was putting it in and make sure that they were what they were supposed to be. So it's awesome. If you have any questions, let me know, but basically go to his website, and I would strongly suggest ordering one because these are just, I can't say enough about it. It's so cool, and how much he put into it. If you read his site, you'll see that he, when COVID started, he said, well, I got to get busy doing other things, doing something. So he learned how to program, so he could program the thing. He learned how to create circuit boards, and learned how to bend metal and stuff, and then ordered all the parts. And, it was a project for himself before, but he turned it into a marketable thing. And I'm telling you, for $190, it's a blowout awesome thing. And this right here, I think, is another $40, which, if you don't need it, you don't need it. If you do, you do. He's even got it set up on the back here, so you know where to cut in order for the thing to show up. So pretty awesome. All right, so have fun, look them up, and enjoy. 73s. This is AI 7R.